あなたは日本で起きたことを英語で説明できますか？外国の方と話すときに日本のことを知っていると話題が一気に膨らみますよ。海外で注目された日本のニュースを振り返っておきましょう。タイトルを私と一緒に読んでみましょう。リズム感も真似してくださいね。それではいきますよ。January Japan Airlines crash at Haneda Airport. Elderly woman was rescued after 5 days of the quake. Strong earthquake hits. After 10 days in Wajima City. Lunar spacecraft successfully landed on the moon. February. Maestro Ozawa died at his home in Tokyo. それでは実際のニュースを見てみましょう。
Take a look at this. And what this video shows us is that, yes, it was chaotic. There was black smoke filling the cabin. The flames were getting closer. They were just outside the windows. People didn't grab for their carry-on bags. There was no arguing or pushing and shouting. People just listened to the instructions and they got off the plane safely. All of them did. It's a lesson for anyone who travels and flies on planes to look at very closely, guys.
Elderly woman in her 90s was miraculously pulled out of the rubble 5 days after a devastating earthquake hit the country's west coast. A rescuer tells public broadcaster NHK that the woman was stuck in a narrow space between the first and second floor of a house, and it took them hours to free her. She was immediately taken to the hospital, and a doctor says she's well enough to have a conversation, and at least 126 people were killed when the 7.5 magnitude quake struck Japan on Monday.
The death toll of the magnitude 7.6 earthquake on New Year's Day continues to mount, and the sheer scale of devastation here in Wajima City means the rebuilding process is surely going to take years. The list of priorities seems endless. For one, the search for the missing continues amid treacherous conditions, and police officers are here at what was once the morning market, digging through rubble. For evacuees, they need basically everything that most of us would take for granted: food, water, a roof over their heads, electricity, as well as communication networks to be restored.
They have confirmed that the lunar spacecraft is on the moon. It landed around 12:20 a.m. Saturday, local time. They said that it is receiving command from the Earth. Unfortunately, though, they did mention the solar cell is not generating electricity, that it is using batteries. And as a result, because this has been successful, Japan is now officially the 5th country ever to accomplish this.
2月10日、世界的に大活躍された指揮者小澤征爾氏の訃報に関してです。彼は2月6日火曜日、東京の自宅で心不全で亡くなりました。88歳でした。ボストンシンフォニーオーケストラにて1973年から2002年まで29年間指揮を執りました。小澤氏は伝説的な指揮者だっただけではなく、次世代の育成のために情熱的な指導者でもあり続けたということです。それではスクリプト付きでどうぞ。
Ozawa died at his home in Tokyo from heart failure on Tuesday. He led the BSO from 1973 to 2002. He held the position longer than anyone in history. In a statement, the BSO said, quote, Ozawa was not only a legendary conductor, but also a passionate mentor for future generations. Seiji Ozawa was 88 years old.
Nikkei hits 35-year high. 2月23日、日経平均最高値更新についてインドの主要ビジネスニュースチャンネルからの抜粋です。最高値更新は注目すべきことですが、1990年から 1% 上がっただけ。一方、アメリカ SP500、インドニフティ、上海総合は16倍から20倍の価値になったのに、日経はやっと戻しただけ、本質的には何もしていなかったということを指摘しています。それではスクリプト付きでどうぞ。
We finally made a high this week, so that's quite significant. Now, let me just quickly tell you what has happened. This is the returns since early 1990, the last time the Nikkei was at a high. Of course, we've only gotten back to that level, so it's up only 1%. Look at the others, 1,640% for the S&P. These are all dollar returns, by the way. Nifty is up 1,600%. The Shanghai is up 2,000%. So while all other markets were basically going boom, boom, you had the Nikkei, which essentially was doing nothing. It was sideways, right?